Welcome back, roller derby fans, to the Battle of the All-Stars 2020. It is day Saturday, and I am Gretchen Little. I'm here with Death Nella. Next up, Louisiana versus Saskatchewan in the consolation round, we'll call it. Both teams will be playing again, but this will determine for which place they play. So, Nella, who's going for Saskatchewan? Well, actually, we got Louisiana
Yeah,
up right
I think
now.
you should take it away.
I'll go ahead
Yeah.
with that. How's that? We got Carmina, Piranha, Papaya, On Fire, Comet K's, Desi, Bree Aggressive, Machu Picchu, Frida Beast, Little Miss Maggot, Rest in Pieces, Brawladine, Animaniac, Huckleberry Gin, Wolf, Full Metal, Valchemist, Small Fry, Bree Hicks, I Shove, Lucy, Foxy, Voodoo Rican, Rocker Pepper, and Real Estate Agent, and Doc Adams.
And for Team Saskatchewan, we are going to read the roster that is up on the screen. That's Venus, Scott Free, who is your coach and sometimes captain, although Melcree will be wearing the C today. Cole Shaw, Shell on Earth, Rip, Nemesis, Holly Double Thumper, Terralizer, Cindy Dropper, Lady Luck, Joe Means Joe, Skidlet, Pterodactyl, Heaven's Reject, Nikki Fury, Amanda Destroyer, Candy Stroy, Malcree your captain, Dame Tamer, and Reina Terror. I did skip over Slamazonian, and that's because Slam unfortunately couldn't make it to BOTAS this year, but the team sends their love, and they're happy that you're watching.
All right. Well, Louisiana over the last couple of years has been to BOTAS starting in 2018. They were finishing 13th, and they upped that in 2019, coming in with an 11th place finish. For Saskatchewan, same thing, upward trend, Nella.
That's right, yes. In 2018, Gretchen, that's where I first met you, can you believe it,
Yeah.
at this exact event. Saskatchewan obviously coming in seeded 16th, playing for experience and learning a lot. Then they were seeded around the same the following year, but they were able to beat Maryland, which really made quite the jump. So they came in seeded 12, and then this year things are just keep going up, although they beat Maryland again. So it's interesting that is the matchup that seems to work well for Team Sask.
Saskatchewan in the green, of course, and Louisiana in the blue and gold. We are ready to get underway. Want to say hello to all of our friends online watching Twitch Nerd Derby's channel. Battle of the All-Stars Roller Derby Tournament has been a big success this weekend.
Oh, big thanks to New England Roller Derby Report and Chad. And as well, shout out to everybody on the stream. And I see you, Mish. Glad you're joining us bright and early in Saskatchewan right now.
Yes, all right. Looking over at the scoreboard, we got a couple of matters. Nella, can you take over for a second?
Certainly. So we are going to get underway in just a moment. Gretchen Little, shout outs as well, co-tournament head announcer with Kent the Smith politician. And right, we are underway with the star. Rest in pieces for Louisiana. And right as I say that, she picks up lead jammer status as Cole Shaw spins out on the outside, able to stay in bounds and out on her initial.
I am so impressed with Cole Shaw this weekend, Nella. Just the full package of stability, agility, and ability.
I will be singing her praises forever. But it's funny you mentioned Cole Shaw. She gets called coleslaw many times.
I can imagine.
She has had announcers do full skits about salads, and she doesn't understand why. Yeah, Cole Shaw.
First jam in the books. Louisiana up 4-0 to the line. I believe that is Small Fry versus Joe Means Joe for Susquehanna. Or Susquehanna for Saskatchewan.
Love it. Yes, I'm here for all the pronunciations, and Joe Means Joe likes it too because she was able to get lead right there. Small Fry not too far behind, but still working through the pack. Coming up against Venus as Joe Means Joe already getting some points on the board.
Yeah, Small Fry took the star or the fleur-de-lis off and was kind of faking the fleur-de-lis pass, but we got a tie game, Nella.
That's very exciting. 4 apiece. Joe Means Joe, I think, getting a bit of a bump on the nose and deciding to call it there, coming off to the bench. Now, I love that both of these teams don't have the traditional star on the helmet cover. Of course,
That's right. What
Team
is
Saskatchewan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What is the symbolism behind Saskatchewan's helmet cover?
It's the prairie lily, so it's a beautiful orange lily, and that is our provincial flower. It's really very synonymous with our province. It's on our flag, and we're very proud of it, and that's why we're rocking
nice.
it on the helmet covers as well. And this time with the prairie lily is Reign of Terror.
Yeah, but with the fleur-de-lis in lead jammer position for Louisiana, Anna Maniac. Now, Reign of Terror is through, about a half track behind.
Oh my gosh,
Couple of
putting on the speed.
Yeah, both. The pack is putting on speed. The jammers are putting on speed. Louisiana's one blocker down. Anna Maniac pulls the plug. 3 points go up. So Louisiana 7, Saskatchewan 4.
And I see on our stream some love to PR Mageddon, who I believe is also watching. Thank you, PR, for watching. We wish we could have had you here.
Yeah,
calling
where
these
are you,
Louisiana
PR?
games.
PR's probably at work right now, but he runs a pretty tight shop at
He
work, so I
does,
think he can
does.
do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but we certainly miss you, and we're trying to channel our inner PR on this call here.
Okay, rest in pieces and Cole Shaw, the jammers right now.
All right, and in this case, Coleshaw able to take that inside lane very easily. Oh my goodness, as Rest in Pieces gets tripped up. Coming up against Pterodactyl to slow her down.
Yeah, Pterodactyl doing a good job getting up front there. Coleshaw, it gets taken down, calls the jam. Rest in Pieces was approaching. No points for Louisiana. We're waiting for the verdict on the Saskatchewan points.
Oh.
That's 3, so we've got a tie game.
I like close games. I like close bouts, and Team Sask knows Louisiana is a difficult opponent. They're coming to try to match and then, of course, exceed. But especially in these abbreviated games, they've realized you can't count on that extra time that perhaps you might count on otherwise.
That's right. You got to bring it right from the start, Nella. Good point. This is another 20-minute period game. 2 20-minute periods, 5 fouls to foul out. Small fry, lead jam, Louisiana.
Meanwhile, we do have a Louisiana blocker going to the penalty box, and I know that Louisiana ran into some penalty trouble yesterday. It is what likely led to some of those losses against the teams they played.
Nice defensive stop by Scott Free. Rolls back, small fry. Couple of points, 3 again. So, boy, this is a defensive battle in the early going, Nella.
And you're talking about Scott Free. She's got so much experience. She helps coach the junior programs in Saskatchewan as well, not only as a skater coach here for Team Sask. She's not one you want to come up against, especially in that position towards the back of the pack. She's able to hold things down really well, and I don't like skating against her. I'll put that out there.
Well, that is an endorsement if I've ever heard one. Nella is not ready to skate against that skater, but Anna Maniac is the jammer for Louisiana. Reign of Terror with 1 to beat at the front for Sask.
Oh, my goodness, and does it. Able to weave through laterally, but already Anna Maniac in scoring position gets through for 4.
That's the first 4-point trip in quite a while, and Animaniac sees Arena Terror approaching the pack, calls the jam. That's going to do it. 14-7 now, or wait a second, 14-7 in favor of Louisiana. 14 minutes and 39 seconds to go in period number 1.
Yeah, we'll be entering Jam 7 for this next one, but Reina Terror, who will likely see out again very soon, is an aged-up junior, and I love mentioning that because she will also be skating on Team Canada in the JRDA World Cup, which Regina, Saskatchewan is hosting this summer.
That is very exciting. We've got Rest in Pieces jamming for Louisiana and Coleshaw. Looks like both teams are sticking with a tight jammer rotation in the early going, Nella.
Certainly, and it makes sense. Coleshaw being one of the strongest jammers for Team Sask yesterday as well. She has put up the most single jam points as well for the team with 24 this tournament.
Rest in Pieces coming in hot. 4-point trip. Coleshaw gets a shirt whip off a skidolette, gets through on the initial. Rest in Pieces may have time to get more. Now engaging up at the front, gonna call after an exit hit delivered by I believe that was Skidlet.
Yeah,
The pivot.
Skidlet, definitely was not going to let Rest in Pieces go any further. I know Skidlet is focused today on staying out of that penalty box as well.
That was a clean hit, and it was a hard hit, and it stopped the jam, no doubt. Skidlet was in charge of that inside of turn 2.
Yeah, already showing some, getting some love on the stream there for Skid. Skid also an aged-up junior, and there we see Joe Means Joe picking up lead very quickly.
Yeah, nice coordinated
on the outside
offense.
lane.
There was that was wide open. Small Fry still contending with the Sask defense up front and bumped out.
Dame Tamer, who's rocking some marionette makeup today.
Okay. Small Fry continuing as Dame Tamer had gone out, so that'll force the call off. And it's 3 going up. Boy, the full 4-point trip is difficult to achieve in the early going, Noah.
I was just going to say, we're going to be seeing this this game be a jam of every point counts, as always, even the 1s and 2s.
Skidlet getting some love. Shout out to all the officials from Brandon McDuffie. We will second that,
yes,
no doubt
always.
about it.
They have been skating so much already. This is day 3, of course, game 2. Thanks for joining us here on the Battle of the All-Stars stream live from Hatfield, Pennsylvania, as we are in Jam 9. Reign of Terror with the star for Saskatchewan, but it's Animaniac out with lead.
Yeah, Reign of Terror getting the shirt whip there. Nice work.
We do have a track cut call, though, on Reina, who is now seated in the penalty box. It's a power jam for Louisiana, their first.
Power jam, yeah. That shirt whip was administered by Carmina Pirana for Louisiana. So this might be the only second multi-trip jam for Louisiana now. Saskatchewan getting physical up front, Nella.
That's right, yeah. Terralizer, Amanda Stroyer, and Melkery holding things down as a 3-wall with Skidlet holding the pivot helmet cover. Reign of Terror now released from the box, coming back.
Here comes Animaniac, surveys the scene, engages with Skidlet, and Skidlet gets just enough to take her to the infield.
And right as that happens, so does Reign of Terror. So now both jammers being recycled back, coming in.
Yeah, Reina going against all 4 Louisiana blockers as Saskatchewan with 1 in the box concentrating on defense against Animaniac. Animaniac's the beneficiary of a 4-point trip.
Now we do have a player apiece, a blocker apiece in the penalty box. Amanda Stroyer taking a seat. The direction of play called on Carmina Pirana as well. Animaniac coming up against a 2-wall of Skidlet and Melkery.
Well, if you've only got a 2-wall, that's a darn prodigious one. Now we've got a little help coming in. Oh, my gosh, that's Melkery with the big exit hit.
Yeah, it's no wonder she's wearing the C for Team Saskatchewan. She holds things down. Reign of Terror in scoring position, gets by a couple hips, picks up.
Oh, one hustle point. 1 hustle point.
Oh, that will be 2. Yeah, there is
yes.
a blocker in the penalty box, so 2 points.
Okay, so 15-2. That's the first real breakout jam of this contest now. We're beyond the halfway point of this first 10-minute period. And, again, it's 3-on-3 in the pack. Both teams with 1 in that apex penalty box.
Yeah, Amanda Stroyer is standing in the penalty box to start jam number 10 with less than 10 minutes left in this half. Remember, these are 20-minute halves. And Coleshaw with the star. Oh, a nice hit by Rip.
Big hit by Rip, and Coleshaw's ridden back by the Louisiana defense. Both teams defending well, but Coleshaw, you give her a little bit of momentum, that's a dangerous proposition. Lead jammer Saskatchewan.
Very dangerous, but got to say credit to Rip for allowing that time to let Coleshaw get through, who didn't even have to slow down there on that scoring pass. 4 points on the board for Team Sask.
We got a fleur-de-lis pass for Louisiana to Little Miss Maggot. Meanwhile, Coleshaw is just enjoying a multi-trip jam this time, now being rolled back, but already with some points, I would think, Nella.
Yes, exactly, and Coleshaw as well. Oh, getting caught up, but calling off the jam.
I Shove Lucy taking down Colshaw. They two skaters check in with each other. I Shove Lucy's going to go to the penalty box on that hit. I believe it was a direction. So that'll be a 4-3 pack advantage starting this next jam in favor of Saskatchewan, who scored 8 unanswered on that last jam, Nella.
Always interesting, too, because I Shove Lucy was apologizing before the jam had even been called off, and then Colshaw's like, let me just call off the jam first, and then I'll take the apology.
P. Armageddon saying hello from work. They played twice last year, so
This
hey.
is true. Yeah, I understand that was part of the reason why there's some rematch avoidance
Yes.
contingencies now in BOTAS, because teams just want to get experience as well playing different teams. So, yeah, I would say that they're probably the most familiar with one another here.
Yep, Joe means Joe getting the front now of the pack for Saskatchewan. Rest in pieces with the fleur-de-lis, is looking to pass it now. I believe the pass has been.
Wow.
Oh, no, it was a fake pass. We've seen a lot of that this weekend, Nella.
Yes, we have, and we're also seeing phenomenal one-on-one blocking. That was Dame Tamer, and Joe Means Joe calls off the jam, picks up 3 points for that effort. Really good one, and good job to that 4th Louisiana blocker who managed to save her points. This is where protecting your points really, really matters.
That's right. It's a 13-point game right now. Animaniacs getting ready to jam for Louisiana. And for Saskatchewan, who do we have there, Nella?
That is Skidlet for the first time with the star.
I was wondering, did not look like a familiar jammer in this contest. So Skidlet, a versatile player, pivot, jammer extraordinaire. Small Fry pushing the front. I'm sorry, I thought it was Animaniac, but it is Small Fry for Louisiana.
So even if Skidlet is able to get out the pack first, there was a no-earned pass, so we'll see where lead is assessed. There is a track cut being called, on Skidlet.
Well, we got both.
Oh, both. Both are going.
It appeared, but Small Fry was being rolled back there by Terralizer. So now, as so often happens, boy, that rollback sometimes backfires.
Sometimes it's actually better for the jammer, able to reset, take another look at the clear path going through, and in this case, definitely worked for Small Fry.
Yeah, Small Fry is lead jammer. We got 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the jam. Nice bump out there by Malkery, but Malkery's going to have to go to that apex penalty box as well.
Right
out of the box for Saskatchewan.
And Skidlet able to use a little bit of that chaos to get by everyone, including Little Miss Maggot. A very tough skater to get by.
Exactly. Little Miss Maggot was trying to make a jammer kill swoop right at the end. Small Fry will call one more point, so let's see to make sure. 5-point jam in favor of Louisiana.
And I do want to say thanks for the stream comments. We are seeing it. I love this fun fact. Team Louisiana often has themed games. I bet this one is the Crazy Pants game. Kind of looks like it. Some really fun designs out there. So thanks for giving us some of that information. We're going to chat more about the players as we go, but this is such a close contest. We want to focus right in on the action. As we start, Jam 13, Colshaw with the star for Team Sask.
And Animaniac with the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana. Animaniac pushing at the front. Wanda Beat makes it through. Lead jammer, Louisiana.
Yeah, Lady Luck and Rip trying to hold things down. There's only 2 Team Saskatchewan blockers hanging out on the track. Now 3 as Malkery is back in. Malkery, already being an effective game changer. They're able to stop Animaniac on the outside lane there.
That's right. Louisiana speeding up the pack a little bit to try to prevent Colshaw from getting out. Colshaw is now out, so that's the initial. Animaniac on a scoring trip, and she will call all 4 going up for Louisiana.
All 4 indeed. Do want to give some love to Lady Luck on Team Sask, who is the first time here at Battle of the All-Stars.
All right. Welcome to Hatfield, Lady Luck. It's a wonderful place to be. Speaking of which, we want to appreciate the hosts for this tournament.
Yes.
The Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls hosting BOTAS 2019 and 20. They've been hosting BOTAS for the last 8 years. Quite an accomplishment. They weren't even a WFTDA league when they started hosting this event. They've grown as a league while administering this great event. We're
and they've
back
helped
to
grow
action.
the sport as well.
Yes,
we are back in Jam 14. Reina Terror with the star for Saskatchewan. Rest in pieces. The MVP from the last Louisiana game as well. Oh, look at that. Able to take the outside lane. Reina Terror with her first lead jammer status of the bout.
Yeah, Bree Hicks was coming in hot for Louisiana, trying to give some offense.
Knew that was going to happen. You can't give Reina any space there on the inside with the apex. Jam called off 4 on the board for Team Sass. That's got to feel good.
Okay. 27 for Saskatchewan now. Louisiana at 45. Saskatchewan showing the ability to strike quickly there. And let's see who is approaching now. We've got Joe Means Joe for Saskatchewan. Rocker Pepper for Louisiana. First jammer for them.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I have to say, Louisiana has been pretty effective when they've been able to speed up the pack and really split apart that Team Sask line. But Terralizer, Melcree, and Man Destroyer are making sure that doesn't happen with some help from Dame Tamer, able to now spread out, but lead has been assessed.
Okay, lead going to Louisiana, and it is a power jam. I missed the call.
We almost didn't see that. Joe Means
Joe. But they are in. She is in the penalty box. Oh, boy, nice track awareness there by Rocker Pepper as a skate had gone out, but evidently, was still in position to maintain forward progress. 4 points for Louisiana.
And now Joe Means Joe re-entering the track. That's why Louisiana's pack is spread out. Oh, and Rocker Pepper was rocked down on the outside line there by Dame Tamer and Terralizer. Oh, gets by Man Destroyer and Melcree.
That's another 4 points now for Louisiana. Louisiana trying to stretch the lead, get a little breathing room right now. Joe Means Joe fighting up front.
Dame Tamer with a very subtle
knockout, rolling back Rocker Pepper, but Dame Tamer's going to have to sit down. Both teams with one skater in the box. Perseverance pays off for Joe Means Joe. Now free and clear.
And now in scoring range as we hear coaches saying call it, but Joe Means Joe already passing some hips.
Yeah.
Able to pick up 2 points.
4 additional for Louisiana, so 12-2 on the jam. Saskatchewan salvaging a couple of hustle points there at the end of the jam.
Oh, shout out as well to those on the Twitch stream. Thanks for joining and thanks for commenting. Dame's my hero, she's mine too. And we only have a minute left on the game clock in this first half. Remember, this is a 40-minute contest, so a bit of an abbreviated game, but it's been just as action-packed as any other. My goodness, Skidlet with the star for Team Saskatchewan, Small Fry with the fleur-de-lis, and it's Skidlet out with lead.
Able to make it through. Yeah, I think we have a new catchphrase. P. Armageddon says, "Get off my track." Skidlet knocked out by Carmina. Piranha's going to call the jam. Got a couple of points, and that will preserve another jam as we have just enough time to get that started, I believe, Nella.
Yeah, that was some really good decision to call it off instead of trying to fight through.
Yeah, because they were out of position once that hit by Carmina Piranha, manifested itself. So, yeah, we'll have full 5-on-5 for this final jam of the period. Who do we got on the jam line? Can you tell, Nella?
I do believe that is Reina Terror. Yes, it is.
And Animaniac for Team Louisiana. Animaniac getting up towards the front and able to dance through turn one.
Able to get by Nikki Fury there, who's wearing the pivot stripe for Team Sask. Reina's still trying to find that clear path. Now Nikki Fury joining up with Scott Free and Shell on Earth for that front lane.
Yeah, Sask able to knock Animaniac to the infield. Reign of Terror is through. Animaniac's going to try to get through on this second trip. Does, calls, intermission will ensue. And wow, we've got ourselves a fast-paced, fun game. A lot of action for both of these teams.
Yes, we sure do. And before we head out for this very quick intermission, just want to say Coach Wolf from Team Louisiana with a shout out to the Crescent City Crushers. She misses you guys and wants to share that. So New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you with 7 different lengths and pockets. She's sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options, Sociopath has you covered. So please see sociopath.ca/NERD for 10% off your next order.
So Louisiana says happy birthday to Foxy, who wasn't able to make the trip. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right, right. I mean, the difference basically is the multi-trip jams. Sask needs to, put something together for a couple of those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A power jam would be helpful. That's one thing. Has there been a Louisiana power jam? I didn't think so. Or a Sask power jam. Yeah. No jammer penalties for Team Louisiana. That's notable. That's notable. Are these full teams from their respective states, or are they all-star teams? They are all-star teams. That's an interesting question. Maybe somebody will answer it before we go back, but see, yeah, 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 yeah. I taste like paint. I taste like paint, yeah. I tasted like shampoo yesterday. Did I tell you? Oh my God, I thought that at the hotel I'd gotten, the way they do the toiletries in a lot of places, one of the little bottles is mouthwash, and it was blue. So I stuck it in my bag, and I'm walking out. It's after a long day, a couple of cups of coffee. I figure my breath is just horrid. So I go in the bathroom and I take this and I squirt it into my mouth, and it's shampoo. Okay, yeah, we're ready. Yeah. Okay, we are back for the second period of Louisiana versus Saskatchewan. And who is that on the screen? Oh my gosh, Team Louisiana wants to say hello to one of their skaters who wasn't able to make it, but is obviously here in spirit. I believe that is Wolf. Nella is, yeah. Yeah. Very nicely done. Nella, we're going on the fly.
Yes,
I am
we are.
Gretchen Little. That was Wolf making her appearance for Team Louisiana, right?
Yes, Foxy Voodoo.
Oh, Foxy Voodoo.
That's
excuse
okay.
me.
No, because Coach Wolf had the
Coach
shout out.
Wolf gave
That's
you the
why.
shout
It's
out.
all
Absolutely.
good. It's all good. So
Yes.
that's happy birthday there. I'm glad everyone's enjoying that.
Well, we had a question about the composition
Yes.
of the teams during halftime, Nella. What do we have about that? I mean, they are all-star teams. That is the short answer.
The short answer is that game rosters include all skaters, and they are made up from all across, in Saskatchewan's case, the province, in Louisiana's case, the state, and there's very strict rules at BOTAS depending on how many leagues per state, how much representation you have, and then, of course, the playing time for each of those skaters. But
Yes.
we are into the mix already.
Joe Means Joe, jamming for Saskatchewan. Anna Maniac for Louisiana. Neither skater through right now. 2 blockers in the penalty box for Louisiana, 1 for Saskatchewan. Joe Means Joe, first lead jammer of the second period.
And that's got to feel good for Joe, who's got to try to start stringing together multi-scoring trips through the pack for Team Sask. That's really the difference between these teams right now, are those multi-scoring trips that Louisiana was able to thread together. Joe forced to call it off because
Joe puts up 4.
Yeah, good.
Louisiana still with 1 blocker in the penalty box, so this will be a 4-3 pack advantage for Team Saskatchewan as we get the second jam underway. The other thing in the first period we were talking about, jammers for Louisiana playing extremely cleanly.
Very clean game. Very clean
no
game.
power jams for Saskatchewan to exploit in that first period. We'll see how it goes in the second.
And we have Skidlet with the Prairie Lily for Team Sask, and Rest in Pieces for Louisiana. Oh, and we're doing the backwards derby.
Well, Louisiana,
gotta happen.
Louisiana wanting to clear the penalty box. They do, in fact. That's Desi rejoining. And now a no-pack goes up, and here we go. The first power jam of the game for Saskatchewan is Rest in Pieces.
Oh, but look at that.
The track. Oh,
but then so is Skidlet getting a track cut call, so now it's going to be a quick switch out and a full 2-minute jam for Louisiana and Saskatchewan here. So still an opportunity, Gretchen, for Team Sask to get a multi-scoring, jam, but trying to hold back Rest in Pieces is going to be a difficult one.
Tall order. Now having to bridge for Louisiana is Brawla Dean. We have a knockout by Malkery. Malkery's going to take Reston all the way back to the start line.
We do, though, have Skidlet taking a seat in the penalty box. I didn't see the call there, so power jam for Rest in Pieces.
Boy, that's a tough break to get 2 jammer penalties in 1 jam. Rest in Pieces now through. There's still 44 seconds in the jam, and Rest in Pieces now in scoring position. Louisiana coordinates an offense, effectively sweeps out the straightaway, 4 points for Team LA.
And Skidlet already back into the pack, now in scoring position, but coming up against a just hunkered down Louisiana line and getting
that was a punishing hit there as the full, Skidlet is staying down right now. That was just the mechanics of that fall had the entire weight of the Louisiana skater falling on Skidlet. We hope that she's okay. We've had really top-notch medical people here all weekend long for Bucksmont. They're getting right over to the skaters. So, we'll have an update if we're able to find out any more. Skidlet getting good attention right now after that big hit.
Including some team support there by Captain Malkery. Skidlet has lots of people watching back home. And also on the stream, I am seeing a shout out to Machu Picchu, and I do want to go back to that moment just quickly.
Yeah.
It was before everything, even before Skidlet was released from the box. She was able to draw a cut penalty on Terralizer from Team Sask, which is very impressive because if you're able to start eliminating blockers that way too, making it easier for your jammer, very effective. We're seeing some good things here as the crowd is clapping. Skidlet standing.
Yes, that's good to see.
On her skates.
Yep, on her skates. Nothing has been taken off right now. And just getting once over from the medical crew, Vic Vega Baby says, we need to push for 7-minute half times. Not quite enough time to grab breakfast at the hotel. And I got to say, I'm with you on that one, Vic Vega.
Yep.
It would be nice. I mean, we really don't have time to do much of anything here at all. But, the other thing is there, we've got a schedule packed so full of games. Yes.
You have been phenomenal as the co-THA, and being able to just schedule everyone in and make sure everyone is where they need to be, of course, for team announcer.
Okay, here we have Skidlet now under her own power, which is certainly a good sign, heading over to well, she was reporting to the penalty box, and they said, no, you're fine. For our purposes, she's going to go skate around the outside, rejoin Team Saskatchewan, it appears. Of course, we'll have to sit at least 3 jams.
Yeah, and there we go. The crowd is clapping. We are seeing all of your great comments to her, and we will pass those along.
Yes.
I certainly will as soon as I see her after the bout.
Yeah. Well, actually, now it appears that she will be leaving the track. Yeah, that was just, and it wasn't a, intentional hit or anything like that. It was just the roll of the skates that the block that took Skidlet out. Both skaters were going out. Both lost their footing, and the full weight just came right down on Skidlet. Good to see that she's skating under her own power. I'm certainly not going to, attempt to make any sort of amateur diagnosis, but that's certainly a positive sign for those of you who are friends and loved ones of the Saskatchewan team.
Just to bring everyone up to speed right now, it will be a power start for Team Louisiana, as Skidlet did receive a high block penalty right towards at the end of that last jam. Coleshaw is instead sitting there in the penalty box, and very quickly Small Fry able to use that power start to her advantage, and in scoring range as Terralizer from Team Sask Blocking Corps is returning. Oh, and Small Fry able to get by, but does get slowed down by Rip, who takes an easy trip through the pack back and gets caught up on Nemesis.
Small Fry flirting with a potential cut, but able to negotiate that pack.
The awareness was there, and Pterodactyl instead getting a direction of play call, as Little Miss Maggot as well taking a seat in the penalty box for Team Louisiana.
Yeah, all right, and Coleshaw back out now through on the initial. Small Fry is through the pack. 4 more going up for Louisiana. One would expect, and one would be correct, that Louisiana will call the jam.
Yeah, Coleshaw doing some smart strategic work by actually having the star off her helmet cover when she went through on that initial, so able to do it very quickly, very sneakily as well. We also want to say that you can make sure to check out BOTAS on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date. BOTAS is Battle of the All-Stars. That's what you got to search. 2020, of course, is the year.
That is right. And unlike many acronyms, the is represented.
Yes.
BOTAS. Back to
Otherwise,
action.
it'd be BOAs, and that would be phenomenal, too. Joe means Joe with a star for Team Sask.
Now that you mentioned that, I think you got a point there, Nella. Okay, Joe means Joe up at the front, engaging with Carmina Piranha, but Joe means Joe wins that battle. Lead jammer Saskatchewan.
And meanwhile, Little Miss Maggot back on the track as pivot for Team Louisiana. I haven't seen any star passes this bout.
Yeah, Real Estate Agent knocked hard to the outside of turn 2 there. That was number 8, Dame Tamer for Saskatchewan. 4 points going up for Joe means Joe.
Yeah, Dame is certainly a difference maker, especially as a pivot player, although in this case the pivot is being worn by Pterodactyl. And look at that, a star pass, after I was just saying we haven't really seen any.
Yeah.
I guess in this case a fleur-de-lis pass to Little Miss Maggot.
Yeah, Joe means Joe in for points. Will call. Little Miss Maggot coming in quickly.
With a nice
Joe
jump.
Pulled the plug just in time. So an 8-0 jam in favor of Saskatchewan.
And we are now at total points, Louisiana 77, Saskatchewan 44.
Yeah, Saskatchewan getting the best of this second period so far, points-wise. But 5 minutes and 50 seconds into the second period, and we are ready to start jam number 5, I believe.
And it's Reina Terror. Beautiful offensive sweep by Team Sask. Terrorizer really opening up that outside lane for Reina, who is already in scoring position.
Yeah,
as Animaniac, star in hand, trying to get by Terrorizer again, Nikki Fury and Melcree.
Yeah, and that is no mean feat to stifle Animaniac. Animaniac has now completed the initial, and I think Reina's probably, yes, Reina is through for 4 will call, so 4 more going up for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, got to keep it really close. Of course, every time, though, there is a break in jam or play, you've got that 30 seconds in between. Here's another look at that moment in the game.
Yeah.
that moment that happened, there we go, in the outside
we're
lane.
Seeing Sask very canny with is exploiting the pack advantage. And what you're going to see right now, I would suspect, because we have a 4-3 Saskatchewan pack advantage, is they may have a little formation up their sleeve right now. Rest in peace is jamming for Louisiana. Cole Shaw for Saskatchewan.
Oh, yes, right there. The inside lane. We were just talking about those formations. Rest in pieces, though, I thought was going to, create that space that she's really well known for creating, but it was Cole Shaw who capitalized on it, coming up with a lot of power against that Louisiana line, staying inbounds for 4 points.
Yeah, Coleshaw with the strength to sidestep the pack, absorb a little impact, but keep the forward momentum. 4 more, so Saskatchewan on a little run here. They've closed the gap to 25. It's 77-52 with 12 minutes and 17 seconds to go.
Just incredible. By the way, both teams still have their 2 team timeouts and their ORs.
Their official reviews, that's right. So we could be looking at a real back-and-forth chess match. This time, however, the pack advantage going to Louisiana. 1 blocker in the penalty box for Saskatchewan.
Oh.
And here goes Small Fry, lead a jammer, the Bayou State.
Now, of course, that's not a good sign if you're a Team Sask fan, but Joe Means Joe is getting down to business as Small Fry's in scoring range, but Heaven's Reject unfortunately takes a bit of a fall and so leaves open the outside lane for Small Fry.
Yeah, such a quick hit and quit that Lady Luck is still in that apex penalty box for Saskatchewan. Still seated, as a matter of fact. That was a fast jam.
We do want to say thank you so much for joining the New England Roller Derby Report Twitch of Battle of the All-Stars live from Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Big shout out to everyone who's commenting. Vic Vega, you as well. Thank you so much for your support, and we miss you here at BOTAS. I know you were here last year with Team Sask as well.
Oh boy, look at that. Pepper, Rocker Pepper, lead jammer. Yeah, both teams actually exploiting the pack advantage. Now Little Miss Maggot is called off, missed the call. But so Louisiana will be pivotless as Saskatchewan now at full strength. Oh, Cindy Dropper with a big takeout.
That was a really well-placed hit, not getting an erection of play call either. Oh, no.
Friendly fire, and Rocker Pepper goes down, and I think that was just a very unfortunately placed contact. Friendly Fire's getting some quick assistance from
getting lifted up by Machu Picchu, who was the one, unfortunately, who made contact with her own jammer. We have seen that a number of times in this tournament. It happens.
Yes, and again, I'm not going to make a amateur diagnosis, but I believe that hit is going to result in what a doctor would call a contusion.
Yes, a very generic term, but already we're on to the next jam. Coleshaw with the Prairie Lily, now chasing down Animaniac with the fleur-de-lis, who's already picked up lead.
Through, yes. So Animaniac now approaching the pack.
Oh,
what a nice seal-off there.
Very nice.
That was Bree Hicks for Team Louisiana, seeing the approaching
Animaniac. But look at that. Yeah,
Team
Sask feeling good, able to pick up 2 points. So some sneaky points there, of course,
Yeah,
bringing the
and
totals up 87 to 54 in favor of Louisiana.
that's the other thing in these short games is you have to keep the pressure on.
Yes.
Because, that is the type of play that may pay off eventually. Just those 2 points are a huge difference. And it's also, like you said, that psychological lift, too.
Certainly. And we have Brawladine with the first time, I believe,
Yeah,
with the fleur-de-lis this bout, anyhow.
Brawladine establishing lead for Louisiana. Joe Means Joe with the Prairie Lily for Saskatchewan now.
Oh, Dame Tamer once again getting in place, getting in the way.
Yeah, Brawladine currently locked down by the Saskatchewan defense.
Oh, look at that. Joe Means Joe out on her initial, as Brawladine is really having a difficult time negotiating this Team Sask defense. Dame Tamer already up where she needs to be.
That was an aware play by Louisiana's Wolf, number 889. Saw her jammer in front of her and saw the opening and just pushed her.
Yeah.
I've often wondered how that must feel. Obviously at this level, all the skaters are confident enough on their wheels that they are able to accept that type of assist. But nice play by Team Louisiana. 91 now for Louisiana, 54 for Saskatchewan. 8 minutes to go.
And we are starting Jam 11. Right up on the pivot line, Small Fry and Raina Terror both getting a running start, and it's Raina who has lead, but Small Fry is actually out in front.
Okay, and it is a foot race. Neither one giving up right now. Both blockers in the penalty box for Louisiana, so Small Fry now contained within the pack. Raina Terror with 4.
But Machu Picchu out now, rejoining, so packed full strength for each blocking line.
Yeah, but Raina Terror able to take the inside, so that is 8 points for Saskatchewan so far. Meanwhile, Small Fry being rolled back.
And then instead taking out Nemesis over there with the pivot. Melcree and Terralizer, the final 2. Now, at this point, Small Fry does have points in the pocket for sure.
She's earned these points several times now.
Working for it. Meanwhile, Raina as well recycled back there into turn number 3 by Little Miss Maggot rather. Melcree playing all the way to the end of that engagement zone, really slowing down Small Fry.
Okay, good work by Raina Terra now, calling off the jam. She will get 2 more, so a 3 more, excuse me, didn't see the thumb. 11-4 jam in favor of Saskatchewan, hanging around in that danger zone of 30 points, 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
And definitely time for Coleshaw to step out with the Prairie Lily for Team Sask. That's right, only 6 minutes, 22 seconds left on the game clock in this 40-minute bout. Man, it goes so fast. It goes fast when it's 60 minutes. It goes really fast when it's 40.
Jamming for Louisiana, Coleshaw, as you said, Nella, for Saskatchewan. Here we go.
Oh, but Animaniac beats Rip and Pterodactyl. But Coleshaw now coming up against the final few Louisiana blockers. Oh, getting tripped up by number 5, too.
Bree Hicks with the just sacrificing the body for the squad right now. Coleshaw is through. Animaniac calls the jam. Gonna see whether she got the pocket. She did. Pocket full of points. 4 go up for Louisiana. 99-65. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
And I got to give credit to Carmina Pirana, who was exactly where she needed to be. Small Fry even using Carmina. I love doing this as a short jammer too. You basically use your blocker as a screen to get through, and it worked really effectively on that Team Sask line, who is of course incredibly powerful when they can stay together.
Okay, Joe Means Joe, jam for Saskatchewan, and rest in pieces for Team Louisiana. Both jammers having a momentary difficulty, but now Joe Means Joe sees some daylight towards the front of the pack. 1 to beat, and that's Doc Adams. Lead is assessed. It is Joe Means Joe.
And we see the star immediately goes off the helmet cover. But the pivot coming up against Scott Free, who is not letting her get by Scott Free, although direction of play call there on Scott.
Okay, Brawla Dean taking the fleur-de-lis for Louisiana. Now Joe Means Joe knocked to the outfield, going to call the jam.
And that's 2 points there. That's one for a blocker she passed and one for Machu Picchu, and also again in the penalty box.
It's now 3 going up for Saskatchewan. They're at 68-99 for Louisiana. It is a 3-2 pack advantage.
I was going to
favor
say
of Louisiana.
That's a tough go, although Melcree and Nemesis are heeding the call out there on the line for Team Saskatchewan. Little Miss Maggot now starting with the fleur-de-lis, normally rocking the pivot.
Reign of Terror for Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Yeah, just so much maneuverability on display.
Phenomenal
by
lateral
Miss
work. Also great work by Reina, who got a no-earned pass but was through on her initial there, so no big deal.
Okay, 4 go up for Louisiana, and still 1 blocker in the penalty box for Saskatchewan.
Oh!
Reign of Terror going airborne for Saskatchewan as well.
But right now it's just matching points, which is really difficult, and of course Little Miss Maggot with control of the jam, and why not run it if you're Team Louisiana?
Well, she can't call it because she took the star pass, so I believe.
No, Little Miss Maggot actually started with the fleur-de-lis. So
okay.
She is in control of the board,
I stand
but
corrected.
hey, it makes sense.
2 blockers now in the apex penalty box for Team Louisiana, so Reign of Terror currently ahead in this jam, 8-4.
Meanwhile, Reina now negotiating the last few blockers. Gets by Melcree now. Oh, and a nice hit by Scott Free. A very subtle one almost on Little Miss Maggot.
Yeah, I think Louisiana playing the time game right now, Nella, as the clock winds down, 2:44, but still 40 seconds left in the jam.
And Melcree being sent to the penalty box on a direction of play call. That's a tough loss for Team Sask, but looks like Heaven's Reject is going to hold down the spot normally kept by. What is happening?
Little Miss Maggot crawling forward, and a smile
allowed?
on the face
Okay.
now.
That was an interesting decision. I didn't realize that was one way that you could exit the pack.
Okay, Reign of Terror had gotten all 4 points before removing the star, so 4 more going up. 16-12 currently in favor of Saskatchewan. On the jam, Reign of Terror may get more.
And yes, we agree with you, our wonderful viewers. Let's take a look. There's the moment again,
Yes.
Gretchen. What was that? Are you allowed to do that in Derby? I think, yes. No surprise that there's going to be a discussion.
An official review
Do you
perhaps being called. Yes, we want to
give a
see
shout
that
out?
again.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that is going to become a GIF that is
It definitely
widely
is.
circulated, Nella, and we'll leave it to you all in the Twitchverse to come up with the best application. I don't know. She probably already had the point after all that fighting. Says 96 Evil Twin. Yeah, very possibly, but I mean, honestly, I don't know the rules specifically on that situation. Now, she was in bounds.
She definitely was. Yeah,
And,
she never went out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, she was down, so she could not be engaged. And so from that perspective, you could say she was maintaining an unblockable position. And, but there again, I'm not an official. I will let people sort it out, and I will be following the conversation very closely.
And we will bring you the information we do have. We do want to give an update. I did see one of the commenters mention Skidlet. Yes, she was removed out of play for something else. It looks like Little Miss Maggot is taking a seat in the penalty box with the fleur-de-lis.
Yes, so and judging from the scoreboard, it wasn't even an official review. Perhaps it was just suggested by the Saskatchewan bench to have the officials replay the decision in their mind, and that's what it would appear. And that's
now.
Oh, now Louisiana asking.
Okay, Louisiana.
Oh, well,
all right.
actually. Okay, why don't you talk with our head official, Chris Brace, who's going to give you the lowdown on this. Maintaining an unblockable position to an advantage, I would call a penalty, says Toad 008. And yeah, I think that's kind of what we are talking about right now. I like what Sally Stitches says. You can take the girl out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of the girl. Having spent 12 years in the Lone Star State myself, I can recommend that statement completely.
Someone's got the GIF. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we're just waiting. Our official went back into the mix there to see what this OR is about as well, and then we'll get all of the information to you as soon as possible.
Yes.
I mean, this is what Derby's about. It's these moments. This is why you got to watch the live stream so you know what's happening.
We all see here how Derby legends are made, and I would, yeah.
And yes, we can all agree that Gretchen is the best.
Oh, now.
I'm doing some triumphant arms. Okay, whoa, all of a sudden we're back in play, possibly. No, now an official timeout. Just
yes, well,
you know, we're going to get the information.
Yeah, here comes Chris Brace as, like I said, 1 minute, 49 seconds to go. This is not out of the realm of possibility for Team Saskatchewan at all. It is a 19-point game right now. Louisiana 107, Saskatchewan 86. That was an 18-8 jam in favor of Saskatchewan. So, yeah, and we're Slander Panic says never seen Maggot do that before. On neither have I. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before. But we will have more information in just a second. Nella, what were you able to find out?
It is what many of you have already kind of figured out in the chat there, that indeed Little Miss Maggot, in crawling to escape the pack, was maintaining an unblockable position. There it is again. Heaven's Reject was probably, what on earth? So, yes, that's something new, right?
Okay, February 15th, 2020.
Mark it down in the history book.
Mark that one down. We might want to call that the Maggot Crawl.
Yes.
Back to action. Coleshaw lead jammer Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Powered jam for the team in green. This is, they need 19 points to tie the game, Nella.
That is true, and Coleshaw is the one to do it. Oh, but as I say that, gets tripped up. And so Bree Hicks.
Yeah, just enough contact from Bree Hicks to slow Coleshaw's roll, but she does get 4, quickly coming in for 4 more.
But already Little Miss Maggot, star in hand. Ooh, gets a bit of a knockout there by Holly Double Thumper. Coleshaw out now on another 4-point pass. Okay, so that's a total of 8 there.
Yeah, Maggot's still in the pack. Hasn't completed the initial. Taken to the outside by Malkery.
And so already Team Saskatchewan now back on a 3rd scoring trip through the pack. Talk about a timely time to start getting those multi-points. But that Louisiana line now locking into place, figuring out Coleshaw's play.
That's right, and all they have to do is dig in right now, but Coleshaw going to call. I don't blame that. You want to get another jam, 3 more
and so
now.
That's what's happened. Oh, my goodness, guys, we are so close. 110 for Louisiana, 97 for Team Sask. So now it's all on the line.
They have timeout, Saskatchewan.
Ooh, I gotta
11
stand.
points for Coleshaw. It's a 13-point game, which is eminently doable with 36 seconds to go. Death Nella.
Yeah, this is going to all come down, of course, as we know, to who is getting lead. And in this case, too, that Maggot Crawl couldn't have come at a better time for Team Sask. I want a T-shirt with that on.
February 15th, where were you?
Where were you when this was happening? Really, Gretchen, I'm standing because anything could happen in this case. Some great jammers out on the line. Joe means Joe for Team Sask in green.
I think it's Brawla Dean for Team Louisiana.
I believe
with
so
the
as well.
fleur-de-lis. And all full pack 4-on-4, 2 jammers. We have a little jumpy jammers. We haven't gotten the now the
5 seconds. That was
up. Yes.
The end of that timeout. All right.
All right, this might be it. Brawla Dean for Louisiana.
Coming up against Scott Free and Amanda Stroy. Oh, it's Joe means Sorry, it's Joe Means Joe.
It's okay,
I'm so sorry,
Daphne.
Chad.
We don't have enough in our lives to get excited about, but we do have roller derby. Joe Means Joe, 4 points now for Louisiana. However,
but
Brawladine is
already
through.
out.
So the period clock is at 0.
Yes.
This jam will
And
determine
Team
the
Sask
winner.
needs to get together if they want to hold down Brawladine, who comes in with a lot of power and strength.
I tell you what, the solid performer for Louisiana, Carmina Pirana,
Definitely.
rolling back. Joe Means Joe bought some time for her team.
Yeah, Joe now having difficulty getting past the seams there. Brawladine now has matched Joe's points.
Okay, that is right. And that, Saskatchewan doesn't have any choice right now. If Brawladine gets another scoring trip, she might want to just call the jam to prevent the differential from being worse. But right now, you still have to try everything.
Oh, 100%. But Scott Free sent on a leg block call to the penalty box. So Brawladine able to get out on a second scoring trip to the pack.
And that's what'll happen.
Joe Means Joe calls it. Wow.
Woo, what a game.
What an effort.
This is about as much excitement as I care to have at 10:47 in the morning on a Saturday.
I gotta say, Lightning Slim, you're right. I do need the fainting couch. Oh.
Yeah, such a good game, says Road Rash. I agree with you.
Yeah, we gotta. You know what? Highlight of the game. Highlight of BOTAS. What? You know, there's so many great memes you could do with this. It's like crawling through the week, trying to get by.
And I don't know if all of you out in Twitch land are blues fans. I happen to be. And there's a really cool song called The Crawl. And then there's the Alligator Crawl, and there's, look up those songs if you want to.
Yes, she really crawled. She really crawled.
Put that to the GIF, and you're going to have entertainment for, at least a couple of days.
Gretchen, what an amazing effort. I'm at a loss for words right now, which is unfortunate because Team Sask really did play their hearts out, and we're going to get more to that in just a moment.
Yeah, we'll have an announcement of the MVPs of that game. Right now, we'd like to thank New England Roller Derby Report. New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath.
Yeah, Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you with 7 different lengths. And pockets, people, pockets! She's sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. Please see sociopath.ca/NERD for 10% off your next order. And who is playing next? Well, we can tell you that in just a moment, too. So don't go anywhere. We're taking a quick audio break.
Okay, we are back after much deliberation. Our MVPs for this great game start our second
Incredible
game of BOTAS 2020 on the Saturday. For Louisiana, it's going to be Carmina Pirana. Well played. Yeah, well played. Just staunch defender and always there when her team needed her. How about for Saskatchewan?
We have decided the MVP for this game is Reina Terror. Really well-deserved effort there by Reina. And Team Saskatchewan would like to thank everybody who's shown them love on the stream. They really appreciate it because they get to watch back and get all those comments. We are also possibly going to be bringing you a very quick interview with the person who has created and possibly broken the internet, rather.
Yes, the maggot crawl. We may have a backstory on that. Nella is going to go talk with Little Miss Maggot and see whether we can get a quick update from the maggot's mouth. So we are, Nella is heading over right now. Next up, of course, Texas versus California. That's going to be quite an interesting event as well, as the games are just really solid and well played today here at BOTAS 2020. Okay, Nella is here with Little Miss Maggot, and we're going to have a little bit of explanation of that exciting play.
Are we good to go? All right, Little Miss Maggot. Everyone wants to know, we've already been hashtag Maggot Crawl. You are now internet famous. What was happening? What was going through your mind at that time?
Honestly, their defense was just really good, especially their individual defense, and I wasn't going to take her on again, so I crawled by. But the NSOs informed me that is now illegal because Bonnie Thunder's tried it a couple times, and I wasn't aware of that. So I'm glad I learned something today.
It's all teachable moments. So how do you feel, though, now that you have that move named after you?
Oh, I don't think it's named after me. I mean, I felt awesome in the moment, and then sitting in the box, at least I got to have a little bit of a rest. So it was a great game. We really had a lot of fun.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add since we got you here?
Happy birthday, Foxy!
Oh, all right. Well, now you got to go and sign some papers, do your captain things. It was great chatting with you. That is Little Miss Maggot of the hashtag Maggot Crawl 2020.